Okay guys, hi, I'm Rowe. Welcome to my tomato tunnel. Okay, so the small company that we run from this tunnel is a company by the name of First Fruits Produce, run by my wife and myself. Last year December, I was retrenched by a large multinational company in Johannesburg, and January, February, March I looked around looking for something to do. One of the things that I've always been intrigued with is how you can get so much production of such a small area in a tunnel. I then took the plunge, got hold of a mate of mine and borrowed this piece of ground for 1 year. We then put up a tunnel and put some tomatoes into it, and behind me is the fruit of the last 3 months growing. We've now sold 2 weeks worth of produce and things are going well. In terms of why did I get to deciding on tomatoes, how did I get to this farming thing? We got a word quite a while ago when we lost the business here in Knysna that God would restore us back to where we'd come from, and where there was barren land we would see growth, we would see green growth, we would see rivers of running water, we would see life coming back again. And every single time I try to run away from this thing, every single time I try to do something different, I kept on getting back to this farming thing. At the time I happened to be, and I still am, mates with a couple of farmers. One of them we all know is Sean Martin, another guy is the Schley brothers, and then there's another farmer who goes to another church here in Knysna, De Wilton Lombard. So the time came now, I'd got agreement from my mate Norm and his brother that I could use his piece of ground for a year. Now I had to commit to doing something. In June of 2013, I decided I would put up a tunnel. I didn't know if I should put up a new one or a second-hand one. Knowing nothing about the business, I decided to go rather for new, because if something failed, at least I'd have some sort of comeback on the company who supplied it. It was quite nerve-wracking spending a whole bunch of money on a tunnel. Little did I know there was more nerve-wracking stuff to come. I didn't know anything about low pressure pipelines, which kept on bursting on me. I didn't know anything about drip irrigation. I knew even less about tomatoes. I knew absolutely nothing about fertigation. I still don't know much about fertigation. But what's behind me is God having backed us up for the last year and really providing the fruits of my labor. And just an interesting side. Last week my wife, when the collection bowl went around, put I think 3 or 4 bags of tomatoes in the collection bowl, just to signify our first fruits that we'd received off this block of ground. And we reaped about 30 kilograms of tomatoes. A week later we reaped about 130 kilograms of tomatoes, and what worries me is that next week we might even reap 230 kilograms. And finding a market is a bit of an issue, but my wife has proved surprisingly good at that. So I'm going to leave it up to her. You can see I've got the moustache to be a real boer, and she just seems to have the sales for enough that I don't have. That's our testimony in terms of what lays in front of us. I think more of the same. I think God is directing us back. Today I've got a scripture this morning, Isaiah 30. God's been pushing me into Isaiah for about the last 10 days, week. But it's such a big book, it's like 67 or 68 chapters. I thought, no Lord, give me a shortcut. So today he took me straight to Isaiah 30. And Isaiah 30 says, stop running away, stop going your own way, stop making your own plans, come back to me and I will give you growth. I will give you what you see behind me. And so I'll be working probably in Joburg until the end of February, and thereafter we'll be putting up additional tunnels and trying to make a go of it. There are some opportunities here in the agricultural scheme, and we'll be giving it a good shot.